Hello there, I'm Helen Saddler, your Destiny Helper, coming to you once again. Thank you so much for all of my new subscribers, and thank you for all the wonderful comments and for emailing me concerning the videos. I find such thrill that you are enjoying the videos and that they are helping you. Keep sending the letters, and those of you who hadn't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe and push the bell. Every time I upload new content, you would definitely be notified. And once again, I appreciate you so much. Let's talk about another subject. Let's talk about when the narcissist is dating and they want to test their supply, they want to rate their supply. There are certain things the narcissists do when they're rating their supply because they're preparing their supply to enter their life, but they want to know the quality of the supply, the endurance of the supply. So there are certain tests that you may receive from the narcissist, and many of you may, as we go along this, may understand why they are doing what they're doing. Let's talk about this. The narcissist that sometimes may be charismatic, very, very charming, coming to you, even if they are cerebral, they got to be where you open up to them, where you receive them. Excuse me. So the narcissist is going to be under their best behavior. And when they're under their best behavior, many of them may be charismatic, some of them may be intellectual, and some of them may be suave. And so they are getting an entryway and they are connecting the magnet where they are joining in to your life and allowing you to open up to receive them and approve them. And so the first thing they'll do is they're going to impress you. They're going to impress you because they need that connectivity. They need that approval where you allow them to come into your life. And then they go to the next step. What is the next step? As you progress in the relationship with the narcissist make you feel like you are part, like you're an intricate part. And so the narcissist, instead of giving you instructions, telling you what to do, what the narcissist does is make you feel like you are part of the whole conversation, like you're part of the whole decision-making process. So they give requests instead of instructions. They request and ask you, what do you think? What do you feel? They act like they're very interested in what you're saying, when the truth of it is, anyone that has been involved in the narcissist knows the narcissist has to be the controller. They have to be the dominant factor. But when they're meeting you and they're in the introductory stage, this is, excuse me, even in the process of beginning the love bombing process, the narcissists make you feel like you're a part. So they would say, what do you think? And when they ask something, they're asking it in a request mode rather than feel like they're demanding or they are giving you instruction, telling you what to do, because everybody knows that's an immediate turn off. The third thing the narcissist does is the narcissist is so hospitable. Please, thank you. That is so wonderful. Oh, I will have more. Would you like some? Do you want to go here? They're very participatory and they want you to participate, and they participate in the things that you're interested in. And this is the initiation of the love bombing process. And so when you meet the narcissist is so hospitable, and so sometimes the red flags isn't when what they do, it's what you sense. It's when you sense something that's awkward, you sense something that's wrong, and because they look so right, you're saying, what is it? I can't find anything, because they're hospitable, they're nice, they're charming, they're considerate. They're not demanding. So you're trying to figure out, what is this that I feel? Because you have this gnawing feeling on the inside of you. And some of you have even said that when I first met him, I felt like a little nauseated on my stomach, like I haven't eaten. And I was wondering what that was. And I thought that because I was so impressed with them, you said, and that I've never met anybody like this, that maybe it was me loving them, the intensity of the love. love. No, those was red flags, but you didn't know what they were because of the personality of the narcissist and them being deceptive in their personality. We have 20 characteristics that I want you to consider. And then the fourth one is they're very attentive. They give you all of their attention. You know, while you're talking with them, you have their attention. You know, it doesn't matter what goes on outside of them. You notice they never take their eyes off of you. They're looking right at you. They're looking you in your eyes. They're looking at every facet of you. They're looking at the dilation of the eyes, the pupil. They're looking at the sweat, and they're looking at your nervousness, how you raise your brow, how you your brow goes down, your breathing when you're with them. You know, every aspect, how you move your hands, how you're fidgeting around them. You can't seem to be still. How you're so happy, how you're joyous and juvenile when you're around them. And so the narcissist is very, very attentive, noticing everything. And you're thinking, wow, I got this guy's attention. They really love me. They really care about me. I love it when they're loving me. Oh, yeah, because they're data machines. They're gathering data, just like when you download in a computer and you put that information on the file and you build the file. The narcissist is building a file, so he is very charming. They give requests instead of instructions. They are very complimentary. They compliment you on everything. Your hair is nice. Oh, I love that lipstick on you. Your makeup is beautiful. You're such a beautiful woman. Oh, you're such a handsome man. I like the way your body is. If you're robust, they like, you are just hefty. I like hefty women. Or you are muscular. I love your muscles. And so they are just complimenting you on everything. You're so ladylike. You're so dainty. Oh, I love your strength. You're aggressive. I love an aggressive woman, sure. Sure you do. And they're pleased and thank you. And then they're consistent. They say, I'm going to call you at 6. Guess what? At 6 o'clock, boom, 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 boom. The phone ring. Or meet me here. And they are on time. They are not late. Or if they are late, they're saying, look, I had to work over a little bit. And sometimes when they're just getting away from an old supply, or they still haven't discarded that supply until they connect with you, they may be a little bit late because they got to make sure everything is right with that supply because they haven't discarded that supply. And now the supply is getting suspicious because when the narcissist wants to discard the present supply, he's taking energy away from that supply because it's too much energy to win you over and to have that supply. So you are getting the energy that supply, the present supply that they're going to discard would normally get because they are very attentive to you. And number 5, they're consistent. And so they do everything to be on time. If they're late, they'll go to the bathroom and tell you, look, I'm running late, I'm working, or I had an incident that happened in my family, anything to let you know I am on the way. So they're very consistent. And you will notice in the time that they tell you something, they do what they say many times. The only time that doesn't happen may be when you're dealing with the lower narcissist or the lower mid narcissist who's very reactive. They're not responsive. They're very reactive. And I mean, when things happen, boom, they just set off. They have a lack of control of their emotions, and they try hard when they are trying to get in your life to have more control of their emotions. So when they tell you something, they may be a little late. They may be telling you, baby, look, I worked so hard and I worked long hours. I couldn't wait to get to you. I tried everything I could. The traffic was full on the freeway. I don't know what happened to be a freeway. Usually at this time, there's hardly any traffic, but on this day, there's traffic because that lower narcissist and the lower mid narcissist got to explain why they're late, because you are in the most primal time when you are the new supply, when they're weaning you in, when they're dating you. And sometimes the lower narcissist come on like he has so much, very braggadocious, very prideful, and they don't want to come off and scare you away. So they come off impressing you. So they're very consistent. And then look at the intensiveness. They want to test the intensiveness of the relationship. And so during the intensive time, you may find that you are in the relationship maybe a week, going to out of the first week into the second week, and maybe the third week. They usually don't wait a month before they tell you. The narcissists tell you, look at you one day and say, I've never felt like this. I've never loved anyone like this. You really got me. You got me wired. I don't want to lose you. And you're not going to lose me because, we're just meeting. I like being with you. And they tell you, I love you. I believe I'm in love with you. And you look at them and they're looking you in the eye. And they said, I've never felt this about anyone. It scares me because I don't know what love is. I've been looking for this for a long time. And I think I got it. And they're looking you in the eye, and you're looking them in the eye. They're waiting for the dilation of the eyes. They're waiting for the movement of your brow. They're waiting for you to breathe. You're catching your breath. Come on, you're waiting to exhale because this is the moment of intensity. They want to know how much you are gravitating to what they're saying. You're letting your emotions go. You're letting them pull you in. You're letting them will you in. So this is the moment of intensity. They're checking it out. And so they tell you those 3 magic words. I love you so much. And you know what you say? You look at them and you tell them, I love you too. I've never felt like this. And you say, I know, I never felt like this. How did you get away from anybody? Why aren't you married? And they say, because I just didn't find anybody. I didn't find anybody that I could commit to. And everybody I found, they just wasn't it. They just didn't pull me the right way. But I can't say that about you, and it scares me. Intensity. And as you look in their eyes, you just as afraid as they are, because you have never been pulled like this. It's almost like you're galvanized. You're forced. You can't hold your emotions back. You're saying this is going so fast in your mind, but you can't hold it back. And you're saying, I never felt like this, but it's going too fast. I never had this to move this fast in a relationship, but it's moving fast. And then after the intensity is close proximity. Now, this is really in full display with the upper, mid, and the greater narcissists. Oh, the greater narcissist is off the chart. They have control of their emotions. They date you. I mean, court you. They wine and dine you. They almost take you on the fantasy world. The upper mid narcissist or the greater narcissist, or they call them the ultra narcissist, take you on the fantasy world. They sweep you off your feet. The rise of his voice, the lowering of his voice, his breathing. He kept his distance from you because he didn't want to move it too fast. Yet he told you, I love you in the second week. He want to slow down. He said, because I want this to be so right for you. I want you to know what you mean to me. And I'm going to make you the happiest woman in the world. I'm going to make you the most proud. You'll be so proud as a man to be with me. I want to make sure you're totally covered. I mean, they get you rolling. And what they do, they start the tape recorder and they start taping and they say things to get your response. And while they're getting your response, they're looking at you and they're watching you go deeper and deeper in as it gets more intense. And the close proximity is now they're getting close. Some narcissists won't even kiss you because a prostitute will not kiss her John. Why? Because this is not intimacy. This is a transaction. So they keep it business and they keep it work. You just pay for what you get. And so the narcissist in the beginning treated like a transaction because the narcissist has to will you in. The narcissist has to will you in. And as the narcissists will you in, they labor to win every part of you. They labor for you to love them. And they need to bond you to them because the narcissists know when the mask fall off. you're going to have to stay. So they're going to have to trauma bond you. So they throw little things out there and they get close to you. They've been far away. They wouldn't kiss you. When it was time to go, the upper narcissist, the upper mid narcissist, and the greater narcissist would kiss you on the cheek or hold you and say, I don't want to rush this. I want to show you that I really love you and that I really want to be with you. And so the lower narcissist, the first week, I mean, he's down your throat, okay? He's down your throat because you got to remember he's more reactionary than responsive. And so he's moving things quick. He know he's different. He just don't know how. And if he's inexperienced with relationships, he's finding his power. So he's finding that when he get around them and they get around them, that they end up doing what he say. And so once he get enough relationship, 4 or 5 of them under his belt, he like, when I do this, this happened. And so now he's coming into grasp, still not knowing what he is, but he know he has some power. He know he has some force. By the time he get to the upper mid, the lower mid narcissist, he pretty much got a grasp on what he can do because he's now got an experience. He just knows that he get tired of things quick. He can't keep a relationship. They irritate him. They almost feel like it's nauseating, and he almost feel angry when they stay around. So he have to move from them. He have to discard them. Even if they didn't do nothing, he don't understand why he's feeling that way. He just can't be with them. He needs something different. He needs something new. He gotta breathe. That's the lower. And that's the lower mid narcissist. That's why sometimes when you date a lower narcissist, a lower mid narcissist, he can seem slightly agitated, but they were so charming in the beginning. And some of you like those bad boys. A bad boy narcissist is a bad boy. And with those of you who like those roughnecks and those bad boys, and they come on in with authority, they coming on in with power, they coming on in telling you, girl, what to do. And when they telling you what to do, you do that. And the narcissist, that's the lower narcissist, that is an aggressive narcissist, the overt narcissist, even the malignant narcissist. I'm trying to get this hair out the way. Sorry, guys. Let me get that hair out the way. There you go. And the lower narcissist that has aggression, they come in with a sense of aggression, but they overlap it with a sense of protection. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. As long as I'm here, you're protected. As long as I'm here, nothing is going to happen to you. Babe, I got you. I got your back. You belong to me. You're mine. The lower narcissist, the lower mid narcissist come in with you are mine. The upper mid narcissist and the ultra narcissist come in with we're going to do this. What I want to do for you, what I want to do for you, what I want to give for you. I want you to be happy. It look like everything is toward you, where the lower bad boy narcissist. Now, when you got the lower covert narcissist, the lower covert narcissist got charm about him. The lower overt narcissist got aggression about him. The lower malignant narcissist is aggressive, and they can only hide for so long. And the lower narcissist and the lower mid narcissist move quicker because they can't how can I say, they can't maintain their personality. They can't maintain their aggressiveness. And so they don't want that to come out and turn you off. So what they do, they pull you on in. They move their kissing on the first week. The second week, they want you in bed by the third week. And I mean consistently, because he got to move now, because it's getting more and more intense. It's getting more and more aggressive. And then once they are with you, if you're a good supply and you're giving them that good supply, they take ownership. That narcissist is taking ownership, and the first thing the narcissist tell you, baby, you're mine and nobody's going to have you. I'm going to always be there. You are everything I wanted. You everything I need. You everything. And it's going to be us, baby. It's going to be about us. I'm telling you, I'm writing this book, and this book is me and you. And you start feeling good about that. You don't even know it's a control factor. You don't know that the narcissist is in charge. You don't know the narcissist wants to control the way you think, control your will, what you do. Come on. They come in like everything is okay. But then after that, the narcissist aggression, the lower narcissist, the lower mid narcissist in dating, their aggression start to come out. We're going to talk about the different attributes of the narcissist, and then we're going to flip it and tell the supply how to identify in the next video. And listen to this. And once they get in close proximity, the upper mid narcissist and the ultra narcissist, they start touching. You know, he may take you by the waist, pull you close to him, and just look at you for a minute. These are the long stares, and they call it the stares of glory. Why? Because when they look in your eyes, they're winning you over, and the spirit of persuasion is at work. Because with these bad boys, bad girls, it's a force, and the force is persuasive. It's almost like they're mesmerizing you. You can feel every fiber of your being connected to the magnet, pulling you into them, pulling you into their desires, pulling you into their will. And it almost seems like you have no will and you want to go. You want to go. They make you where you don't want to resist. You want this ride because it seemed like the best thing that has ever happened to you. And it finally, you got what you want. Finally, I got the love of my life. This is a dream come true. It has to be a fairy tale. Yeah, before the nightmare. So they pull you close to him. He may kiss you on the lips. And then there it is. It's the magical kiss, especially if he's an experienced narcissist. She's an experienced narcissist. And they know what they're doing. They pulling you in. And they're intimate enough to pull you in. But they're not aggressive enough to turn you off. So the kiss is there and it's filled with passion. I mean, your eyes are dilated, your pores are open, the sweat is popping, the breathing is heavy. Everything is there. Christians, you know that you are in ultimate violation because you're opening up a door that should have a lock on it. And you have thrown away the key. You are getting ready to compromise your standard. And those of you that have other religions of purity that says that there should be marriage covenant, because there's some of you involved in other religions that say that there should be a covenant, that you shouldn't violate yourself, that you should offer your husband the purest woman that he can get. You should offer him, in some religions, even recognize virgins and say that if you're not a virgin, they won't even honor it. And so you get yourself at the purest state. The narcissists want the compromise. The narcissists want to be the one that put the key in the door and open the door. He opened the door of your purity, opened the door of your chastity. He break all rules. And if you've already involved, they want to get you at the height of intense passion and let you stay there. Why? Because they need to get in your mind. If they fulfill that desire, it won't be in your mind with the intensity of wanting them. They almost want you to, it's not almost, they want you to crave them like a starving child wants food, or like a thirsty drought man wants water. And so the ultra would back off. The upper mid would back off. The lower is just like a piranha. They're in and they done ate up everything, okay? But the ultra courts you, because the greater the courtship, the more intense the courtship, the more they know that you're going to be devoted, and the more devotion they can get to you, the more endurance they can have with you. So close proximity, everything, the rubbing of the shoulder, the touching of the hand, the getting behind you, putting their hands around your waist, the rubbing of the hair, the rubbing, putting their hands over your eyebrows, doing the outline of your face, going across your lips. All of this, the narcissists know how to do it, and to hold your hand and sit there and don't say nothing. Just hold you, let you saturate and marinate on close proximity. Number 8, appealing generosity. This is when the narcissist is making promises. You know, when we marry, this is what I'm going to do for you. I want to marry somebody like you. I've been praying. If you're a Christian, I've been praying for someone like you. If you're not a Christian, I've been meditating. And I wanted someone to meditate with me. Oh, these is future faking. The appealing generosity of loving you. And then like he's given himself to you. He's being generous with his emotion, generous with himself. He's whispering words in your ears that's going to your subconscious, that's going to your meditative realm. Because what you're going to do is ruminate those words. You're going to think of those words, what he said to you, what she said to you, and they whisper those words in your ears. They was whispered into your ears, but they're loud in your mind and they're loud in your heart. And you go home and you just lay out and you're just thinking and you can't wait. And see, remember the ultra and the upper mid know how to court you into submission, court you into willingness, court you into craving desperation for their time. And after they give you this appealing generosity, number 9, touch display, but yet holding boundaries. And the narcissist, most narcissists, they want to love bomb you a good 2 to 3 months. And the average is 3 months. And they want to do that before they even go to bed with you, before they even sleep with you. And if you have a standard and you say, my standard, I cannot violate because I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, or in our religion, we have to do it this way. They will go through any ceremony necessary to get what they want because they'll feel activated. They're not intimidated by your religion. They welcome your religion because the narcissist is a risk taker. These are daredevils in certain things. I mean, they don't feel, they are afraid. They live by fear because they have big holes in them, but they love to take risks. They love to be daring because you got to remember, they think they're the most magnificent things that ever walked the earth. So why should they not? So they the touch display, but holding the boundaries. We're not talking about the Lord narcissist, because remember, on the first date, he was ready to roll. On the second date, and if he goes a week, he did real good. And the narcissist will tell you, you are I'm just losing control. The Lord narcissist, I'm losing control. And everything is heat, and everything is fog, and you are on cloud 9, because you don't realize the spirit of persuasion is upon them. And they're getting your yes out of you, and you don't even know how they did it. This is part 1 of the narcissist rating the supply. I'm telling you, we're going to finish part 2. Does any of this seem familiar? Do you remember when you was taken away? You remember that commercial? Cow gun, take me away. Do you remember when you was taken away, that your brain was overstimulated and you at work thinking about them all the time, and they're sending you texts telling you how wonderful you are, how in love they are, and they want to marry you? There was no way you would marry someone before 6 months or a year. It's 2 months. Anytime I want to marry you, you are everything I ever dreamed of. And you're not in disagreement. They are rating the supply. The narcissists know by supply rating what type of supply they're getting. And if you are an empath, this is your most dangerous time, especially if you are a young empath, because the narcissist has already rated you. Because your words are, this is what I want to do for you. I want to make you feel. That's the empath. A regular relationship, I want us. I want to be. But the empath, I want to do. Allow me to become. Because they take responsibility for the emotions. They take responsibility for making the narcissist happy, where a regular person take the responsibility of entering into what they have because they see mutuality. They see them. The empaths see what they need to do to make the narcissist happy. The regular person see what they can do together to be happy. So empath, you have to be careful because you go in taking responsibility. You go in taking the load. You go in wanting to please them and wanting to be their ultimate. And they allow you to come in to do it. This is part 1 of 20 ways that you are rated by the narcissist. And there are probably hundreds of them, but I'm going to only do 20 of them. And I want you to go back to the 10 that we did. See, can you find yourself, especially if you're dating someone and you've said to yourself, this is too good to be true. And you got this gnawing feeling on the inside of you, or this nauseating feeling, or it seemed like a blackout moment. You meet the narcissist in different phases of being with them, like it's blackout, because it's so wonderful. It seemed like a fairy tale. Put a check on that. Put a note on that. If you're experiencing that, you probably need to back off and think. But 9 times out of 10, you won't, because you're already captured. And those of you who can't, back off. Think about it. If it's too good to be true, just like a financial bargain, it probably is. I want you to write me at destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. Let me know what you think about it. Write me and say, this is me. This is what I'm in. I'm a little bit afraid. Talk to me. I definitely want to talk to you. destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. And you say it's only been 3 months, 4 months. I have the engagement ring. I'm getting ready to get married, but I'm feeling very nervous about this. I'm your girl. Write me, destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. And those of you who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe. Push that bell, and every time I upload new content, you will be alerted and notified. Anytime we're having a conference or any Zoom, and I want to do a one-on-one with your Destiny Helper. Those of you, you'll be hearing about that soon, where you can register with the 101. And those who register, we're going to do a private group, those of you who are part of this partnership. And I will get with the private group, and there are things where we would discuss and come together. It would just be for the group. And I pray that I will hear from you. So write me, destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. And hey, check out this video. Listen to it at least 2 or 3 times. If you're dating and these flags are going off and I'm talking about you, slow it down, because they won't. They're going to speed it up. They're going to take it from first gear, second gear, and next thing you know, you're on the freeway in 5th gear. I want you to know what you're getting into, because once you're into it, there's an unfolding of different events and series that are about to happen. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video, where we do part 2 and we do the other 10. I am Helen Saddler, your Destiny Helper, and I will see you on the next video.